even do investigative journalism and claim that Angel Reese is the face of the WNBA because she leads the league in followers on social media.
I don't want to hear one word now about, oh, the WNBA is for me too, because Nafisa Collier is the second most popular player, it seems.
Why was Angel Reese in tears after the Chicago game? The moment Caitlin Clark stepped into the city, it was like Michael Jordan all over again. Fans swarmed her, lines for autographs stretched endlessly, and the energy was electric. Meanwhile, Reese, playing in her hometown, was left wondering, where's the love for me? But was this about basketball or something much deeper? Stay tuned to uncover how Reese's emotional reaction became the center of a nationwide debate. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine this. Caitlin Clark steps off the bus in Chicago, and it feels like a scene out of a Hollywood movie. Fans packed the sidewalks outside the venue, some clutching homemade signs, others just hoping to get a glimpse. The line for her autograph stretched so far, you could lose sight of the end.
Look, let us examine something. I have long said I don't believe her fans are actually basketball fans. I think they're fans of the social media side.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up.
People were screaming her name, and by the time she made it inside, the chants for her were already booming. It wasn't just a player walking into a game. It felt more like a rock star arriving at a sold-out arena. The buzz wasn't just about basketball. It was like Clark had become a movement. Now, here's the twist. Angel Reese had been hyping this game too, playing on her home court, in front of her own people. But when she arrived, the energy was different. There weren't mobs of fans waiting. There were no lines snaking around buildings for Instagram-worthy moments. Reese did her scheduled promo shoots. They even brought in a crowd for one. But you could tell it wasn't the same level of organic hype. For a player who's already got a WNBA title under her belt and is known for her charisma, the contrast stung. Why was there such an extreme difference? Part of it comes down to fan psychology.
Not only do the Angel Reese fans not buy merchandise, not only do they not buy merch, they don't buy merch, they don't watch games, and they don't even vote for her for All-Star.
She acts like a total idiot after Caitlin Clark gives her a common foul. She goes after Caitlin Clark, then she plays along with a race hoax, leading to a WNBA investigation.
Studies show fans tend to gravitate toward players who go viral or dominate certain narratives in the media. Clark's NCAA performances had been plastered everywhere, with highlights running non-stop and the media elevating her as the face of women's basketball. Reese, despite her success, seemed caught in a shadow cast by all that coverage. Social media made it worse. Memes of Clark's fan crowds compared side by side with Reese's more muted receptions went viral, adding fuel to the fire. By the game's end, the cameras caught Reese wiping away tears on the bench. This wasn't just about losing a game, it was about feeling overlooked in a space she's worked so hard to own. The frustration wasn't hard to understand.
Caitlin Clark has 4 times as many All-Star votes. More than 3 times, almost 4 times as many votes, 3.5 times as many votes as Angel Reese.
According to Barbie, she is the reason people are watching the WNBA. She is the reason that people are paying $16 to watch the Chicago Bravado play the Phoenix Masculines later today.
Fans weren't just choosing who to cheer louder for. It was a glimpse into how marketability shapes careers in women's sports. Can Reese break through this? That's where things get interesting. Angel Reese's frustrations are loud and clear, but the bigger question is, where does she go from here? Sure, her reaction is understandable. It's not easy to watch someone else soak up the spotlight, especially when you've worked just as hard for it. But here's the thing. The more Reese publicly reacts to Caitlin Clark's skyrocketing fame, the longer her own career risks being tethered to Clark's narrative. No one wants their path defined by endless comparisons, and yet that's exactly the trap Reese could fall into. Take Ice Cube's recent $5 million offer directed at bringing Clark to his Big Three league. It sent a strong message, whether intentional or not, about Clark's perceived market value compared to other female stars like Reese.
People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas.
Let's start here. I'm at the top of the scouting report. Hell, I thought this was fake, till I looked up and saw Yahoo Sports posted it.
Those kinds of headlines aren't just about basketball. They bleed into branding, careers, and legacies. If Reese doesn't shift focus, she risks staying stuck as Clark's foil rather than emerging as a standalone star in women's hoops. So how does Reese flip this script? By doing what every great athlete does when the conversation feels out of their control, letting her game and personality do the talking. Think about athletes like Kobe Bryant in the shadow of Shaquille O'Neal early on. He shifted focus, doubled down on what made him unique, and eventually built an identity that couldn't be overshadowed.
The mainstream media has been trying to convince us that Angel Reese is a huge star.
Like even Angels fans won't vote for her. She's 13th. She is behind Lexi Hull in All-Star voting.
Reese has that same opportunity. She's already proven she has the talent. Her college dominance and the high-profile victory with LSU cemented that. But it's not just about the game. Reese has all the tools to build a narrative around herself. People connect with stories, and Reese's story, rooted in resilience, confidence, and a little bit of flair, could resonate deeply with fans. Social media is her biggest asset here. Strategically sharing her journey, her training, and even her off-court personality can make her feel more relatable and undeniable.
So maybe Nike will actually care about her now. Maybe Nike will care about her. But Paige Beckers is in 6th. Caitlin being 1st is not a surprise. Like, I think we just assumed that was a guarantee.
I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Combine that with smart endorsement deals and fan engagement, like the Reebok Queen moment during All-Star Weekend, and suddenly, Reese starts carving out her own lane. The WNBA is ready for more than one star, but it's up to Reese to ensure she isn't seen as just the other side of a rivalry. Instead, she can define herself as the league's next powerhouse. Angel Reese is at a turning point. Her career doesn't have to be defined by comparisons to Caitlin Clark, but it's going to take more than frustration to shift the spotlight. Reese has already shown she's dominant on the court, but standing out means carving her own lane. The WNBA is big enough for both stars, and Reese is good enough to stand on her own. So why don't you? Will she focus on what makes her exceptional, or will she let the comparisons hold her back? Reese's legacy isn't written yet, but it's up to her to take control.